I'm Healing Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, helping you navigate the jungle of recovery. Today, I'd like to talk about how to bust the boom-bust cycle, how to bust it in the mouth. A little levity goes a long way on your healing journey. So the boom-bust cycle, what is it? And my experience with it. So back when my sensations were really intense, I would leap into activity. I would get out and do something really, really intense for me at that stage. And I would really leap into it, whatever it was. I'm remembering going for walks. I'm remembering at one point running, and that is a boom. So you're booming into the experience, you're booming in, and you're coming in hard, you're coming in with confidence. And then what happens, or what can happen, if your mindset's not ready, is you have a bust. And the bust happens when, in most cases, your unconscious mind will interpret that huge boom of activity as something that you need extra protection for or from. It doesn't want you to do that because it wants you to survive, and it thinks that's a lot. So it will send you, or sent me, a lot of sensations. And the way to break the boom bust cycle is when you get those sensations, which are like a bust, you don't accept the bust. You say, I know I'm okay. The sensations are strong today, but so what? Who cares? I'm just like a bodybuilder. I work out hard and I'm sore. So what? I'm sore. It's to be expected. No big deal. That's what busts the boom bust cycle. So you go out, you boom, you take a long walk, you go for a hike, you go for a run, you go surfing, whatever. And unconscious mind says, that's a heck of a lot of stuff for you to do. I don't want you to do that because I want you to survive, and the best way for you to survive is to be at home in bed, and then nothing can bite you, you can't trip, nothing can happen, right? But the truth is that that's not a life. You don't get a life when you're in survive mode, when you're in protect mode, when you're in just stay alive. That's it. Just stay alive is useless without a life, right? Who wants a life without a life? You lock yourself up. I mean, that's solitary confinement. It's not a life, right? That's a punishment. That's a terrible situation. So to break out of the boom bust cycle, go ahead and play with it. You boom. You can use graded exposure as one way, where you just slowly make increments. But at some point, you're going to launch. And when you launch into a bigger activity, if your mindset is solid, by that I mean your mind can handle that level of sensation without spiraling into doubt about whether or not you're recovering, whether or not you're harming yourself, whether or not you're doing something that's going to move you backwards. If you know that these big waves are going to move you forward, that the bust is actually fuel to move you forward, because if you can move through that bust with confidence, knowing that the next time you do that, or the next 5 times you do that, or like the 7th time beyond that, things will get a little easier because our systems will adapt, right? We're adaptable beings, we're adaptable creatures, and we're teaching unconscious mind that we're going to be all right, and that we are all right. So work from a mindset perspective. If you want to bust the boom bust, then it's all about mindset. Go ahead and boom. And then if you have a bust and your mind spirals, I used to spiral when I would doubt, I would spiral, I would weep, I would go through a whole cycle of despair, right? So I wasn't ready for that level of boom. So back up a little bit, take a breather, work on my mindset, get confident again, and go at it again. And over time, let's say I did 10 intense booms, right? 10 swims, for example, 10 intense swims at the pool. Well, in the beginning, unconscious mind would send a lot more bust, a lot more sensations that really made me afraid and created more sensations. But maybe around swim 7, swim 8, I was like, wow, this is cool. I'm looking back and it's kind of gotten easier. Like today's way easier than back when. So that was breaking the boom bust cycle. I was busting the boom bust cycle. Laughter also helps. When you get into that bust cycle and the negativity comes in, just laugh. Set your timer for a solid minute and laugh. Or you could do my Rose Teaches the Thorns How to Pray somatic meditation, which you can go to my website and get right now. Sign up for my newsletter and an email will go right to your box and you can download, you click the link and go and download it. Go and do it. Let me know how that feels. Actually, that would be a perfect thing to do if you're in a bust cycle and you notice that your mindset, that your thoughts maybe are spiraling in a way you don't want to. Go to that meditation and see how it shifts things for you. I'm really excited for folks who are not my clients to be able to experience that. My clients have found great benefit with it, and many have said that it goes way beyond somatic tracking. It goes way beyond all the techniques that they're learning in the mind-body community. So go get it, enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video.